Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Strategy of the Week for Friday, the 28th of June, 2013. This is Dan Misch. I'm the Director of Retirement Services here at VectorVest, and I'm happy to present tonight's Strategy of the Week, which we are titling our new welcome page, The Power of Watchlists. We've recently made some changes to our system, and this week we are going to show why and how important the watch list section of VectorVest can be for you. The reason for these changes stemmed from the same issues which led to the creation and development of the VectorVest system. Many traders and investors struggle with answering the questions vexing them regarding their stocks. What are my stocks worth? How safe are they? Which should I keep? Which should I sell? And how do I manage my stocks? VectorVest has always had the solution, and now we are putting it right out in front so that all of our subscribers can learn or relearn how to simply organize their portfolios and be ready to make crucial buy and sell decisions. Every person logging into VectorVest will now see this page, which contains a message from our founder, Dr. DeLito. He says, "Welcome to VectorVest. We are pleased to have you on board. VectorVest believes that every investor should know what their stocks are really worth, how safe they are, and when to buy, sell, or hold. Given this information, you are virtually certain to become a successful investor. So, let's get started." And if you click on the big green button that says click here to get started, an audio tour will begin from our Manager of Educational Services, Brian D'Amico. The first step it tells you to do is come over to this box to the right and enter up to 20 ticker symbols, and you can just separate those by a comma. And I've gone ahead and put in about 9 symbols here, and the next step is to click on Add Stocks, where you will see those shares listed down below. And when you're ready, you can click to build your watch list and begin managing your stocks. When you click on the Analyze My Stocks Now button, you will be taken into the Viewers tab of the VectorVest program, and once again you will have an audio player down below taking you step by step in a very detailed fashion of how to use these watch lists. It begins with just an overview, takes you through the basic information, takes you from value all the way down to the VectorVest stop price, which we're going to show you here tonight. It talks about favoring to buy high VST stocks and consider selling low RT stocks. And we encourage you all, whether you've been with VectorVest for a while or especially our brand new subscribers, to please sit through these presentations and learn how to use these indicators the way VectorVest meant them. For now, I am going to exit to our watch list, and that will end the guided tour. So a few things we can do here with this watch list we've just created. It begins with the company name, the symbol the share trades under, the exchange that it trades on, the closing price as of today, and of course the change in price both in a dollar and percentage format. This is what we call the basic information. The proprietary information begins here with our value column and takes us over to the stop column. Well, our value column is what VectorVest believes this stock is worth. And whenever we advocate that you do go out and purchase shares, we tend to favor telling you to buy stocks that are undervalued. So you'd be looking for share prices who closed lower than what we think the stock is currently worth. Next to value, we have RV, RS, RT, and VST, the real core proprietary indicators for stock analysis. The relative value tells us if the stock has any long-term appreciation potential. The relative safety answers the question of how safe is this stock. Our technical indicator relative timing tells us whether that stock is moving up in price. And the combination of those three wrapped into VST is our master stock indicator and this watch list has automatically been sorted by VST, bringing the best stocks up to the top of the list. These 4 indicators move on a scale from 0 to 2, so we favor all those numbers to be greater than 1. The higher than 1, the closer to 2, the more value, safety, and timing that share will have for you. And all of these are indicators that you can sort your watch lists by, so you can look at only the stocks with the highest relative timing, and you'll see the ones that have the strongest uptrend in their price movement. At the same time, you'll see the ones that are having the worst price performance. If you're simply looking for safety, you can sort by relative safety. Any of these columns can be changed, and this thumbnail analysis is what's crucial to you as a trader and investor. And these next 2 columns we're looking at are the recommendation we currently have on that stock and the stop price we have on that stock. So you can see RHC is a 3-time winner with the RVRSRT above 1. Of course, that will give it a nice strong VST score. It is rated a buy and currently has a stop price of $32.47. That stop is a 13-week moving average of the closing price of the stock. And it's a very crucial part of this stock earning that green B, or the buy recommendation from VectorVest. This stock has to have a lot going for it to earn this buy recommendation. The relative timing must be above 1, so the stock must be in an uptrend. The VST must also be above 1, giving it that uptrend plus a combination of fundamentals. The closing price must be greater than the stop price. So we want to see stocks that are doing better than they have in the past 13 weeks. And the fourth piece is that price must also be pulling away or diverging away from that stop price. Anytime you're in the watch list section and you right-click on a stock, you are going to get our full menu of other ways you can analyze the stock. You can go out and read news that's happening with those shares. I would encourage you to visit a full stock analysis and print one out, and it will help you with your share studying. What we're going to do is go down to the View Stock Graph, and all the components that make that stock a buy-rated stock are plotted on here for us. Here's the price of RHC over the past year. The turquoise line underneath is the stop price. And the 2 subgraphs contain the relative timing and the VST. I've also toggled on the recommendations at the bottom of this graph, and you can see across the top, this stock has been either a buy or a hold for this entire time frame. I'd have to grab this slider bar and take this graph way out to about 4 years and 6 months to see the last time this stock was rated a sell from VectorVest was back in December of 2008. Since that time, it has held on to a hold or a buy recommendation. As you can see, the price does tend to trade up above that 13-week moving average. The relative timing has crossed down below 1 at several points over the past 4.5 years. However, the fundamentals that go into the VST have kept it above 1 the whole time, giving you multiple opportunities to stay in or purchase these shares. The first hold-rated stock in our list is Suncorp, and it's also a 3-time winner with those core indicators. However, it is rated a hold because the price of $11.92 is awful close to that 13-week moving average. And with that same setup on a graph, you can see that the price has been coming down towards that 13-week average. And once it begins to pull away again, this stock could earn back its buy rating. And the first sell-rated stock has a price of $1.07 that is lower than its stop price. That's the one thing that will make a stock a sell, is when it's not doing better than it's done on average in the past 13 weeks. And looking on the graph, you can see this stock earned its sell rating on the 20th of May and has changed to a hold briefly and is now back into a sell. So just those core indicators alone can make you a better investor or make you a better trader the next time you go to put some money into the market. And it doesn't stop at this hard right edge you're looking at. You can scroll this over and analyze the earnings, the PE ratios, all the dividend analysis. We also have volume, average volume, everything up through the sales and market cap down to the industry and sector that that share trades in. And once again, I'd like to remind you that all of these can be found by right-clicking and choosing to look at the full stock analysis report. What we also have here in the watch list section is several pre-built watch lists for you. If you open up the ASX folder, we do have the All Ordinaires. And in our S&P folder, you can look at the ASX from a 20, 50, 100, 200, or 300 stock list. The watch list that we've built is automatically put into My Watch Lists, and you can build as many of these as you would like to. All can have a different purpose or name or reason that you've created them. To make a new one, just click on the New Watch List piece of paper up in the left corner, and it will prompt you to give it a name and start entering in some stock symbols. There are multiple ways that you can put stock symbols from one area of VectorVest into the watch list section. And I'm going to show you a few of those ways right now, but before I do, I want to explain why we would do this. So I'm going to move over to the Views, which is our nightly newsletter, and I have it set from Thursday the 27th, yesterday's strategy guidance. And it talks about how high the market went yesterday and the reason behind that. And it says underneath, prudent investors should get their shopping lists ready to buy stocks if the market moves sharply higher tomorrow. Well, your watch list is your shopping list. So if I was following the VectorVest guidance from last night, I would create a new list, and I'll title ours Shopping List. And once you're on there, you have this blank slate to start entering stocks in. And you can start entering in the shares that you're used to trading. Start by putting in some of the products that you use every day or things that you notice others are using every day, and keep an eye on those and get to know those stocks. Once again, if you don't know the stock symbols, one of the best places to begin looking for stocks is right in our stock viewer, which is in the same tab of VectorVest. And now we have all of the stocks that we currently are tracking in our Australian database listed by VST. So if I click on the first stock at the top, and I'm just going to highlight the first 5. Once they're all highlighted and I right-click on there, we get that right-click menu, and we do have the ability to add these shares to a watch list. It will default to the last one you were working with, which for us is our shopping list, and by clicking OK, it does take us back to the watch list now with those 5 shares in there. And so these were the best rated stocks according to VectorVest on Thursday evening. And if the market were to have moved higher today, I would have known that I have 5 shares to choose from to put my money into. What you can also do is use the Unisearch tool to sort through our database of stocks and find just the ones that are fitting all of the parameters that are important to you. Let's assume that you are a prudent investor. And as of last night's date, the 27th, we will run Chappell's Champs as a search. We have our list in front of us, and we can go through the same process where we'll just take the top 5 and right-click, and we'll add those to the watch list. Now from the Unisearch, it will keep us in this tab. We'll have to go back over to the Viewers tab to see that we now have 10 symbols to work with. The first thing I notice immediately is one of them is rated as sell, so unless I am truly trying to bottom fish for some explosive profits, that may be one I want to eliminate from my shopping list. And you can do that by highlighting it and clicking the delete button, or once again the functionality of the right click menu will allow you to delete that item from your portfolio. As you delete those lesser rated or lesser trending up stocks, you can use the watch list average line down below to see how overall all of the shares that you're looking at are doing. And since we took some fairly prudent stocks from Chappell's Champs and of course the best stocks from our VST list, we've got a fairly strong basket to look at here. An RV of 1.38 is nearing excellent rating, as is the relative safety at 136, the RT at 138, and the VST at 139. So even though the market may not have cooperated as much as we wanted to today, this watch list will remain in our program until we decide to make some changes, and we can keep adding to or removing stocks to make our list that much better. Well, I hope you enjoy the new Welcome tab. Please do go out and build yourself some watch lists. Watch this audio tour. And if you have questions, please call the number on your screen or feel free to send us an email. Thanks for joining us this week.